What's up, Shot Clock fam? How we doing? 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 What's up, Eddie? We're doing a call. We're gonna do play-by-play, answer any questions here for the Mavs Grizzlies game. We got Nico up in the background here, as you can see. Mavs down 12 with 2:41 remaining in the third of this win-or-go-home play-in game. We got it here for you on the shot clock. We're going to be getting you live here as Christie bricks a three. Out to Exum. PJ Washington for three. Bricks it as well. They're going to obviously need those to go. We got you live, and any questions you want, drop your takes in the chat below. We appreciate you. We're live here on the shot clock. We got play-by-play of this one, and we'll be answering your questions. Chat. So I appreciate you, chat. Inside Aldama, outside on the perimeter. Aldama kicks it to Jaren Jackson for three. Got it. 90-85 Memphis here as they look to pull away at the end of the third. We got you for the rest of this one, as long as it's close. If it's not, then we'll pull away and we'll talk about anything else we need to talk about during this chat. So appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow and drop your takes in the chat below. Anthony Davis inside, thought he was fouled, and they called a foul. Well, that's a weak call. That is a rough call. Appreciate you, chat. We got Memphis and Dallas for the last spot in the playoffs. And, hey, you want to talk about any of the other playoffs? Hit me. Hit me with anything you want. You want to talk about any of the other playoffs? Hit me. We got you. We got you covered here on the shot clock, all right? So, little play-by-play. Little questions, little takes, whatever you want. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. Anthony Davis in the line for two. Got the first one, 90-76 Memphis here as we kind of close out the third quarter a little bit here. Third quarter coming to an end, about 2 minutes remaining in the third. So as we round out this one. And I'll kind of go over some things as we do it, as we call this game. Anthony Davis, second free throw, missed it. Jaren Jackson, the rebound. I love these Grizzlies throwback jerseys, by the way. I don't know how everyone else feels about it. I love these Grizzlies, which were the old Vancouver Grizzlies, if you guys remember. I love these throwback as Jaren Jackson hits another one. It's a 16-point game. I love these Memphis Vancouver Grizzlies throwback jerseys from the 90s. They are absolute fire. Super tough. So tough. Christie pulls up. Can't get the roll. So I think anytime you wear these jerseys, you got a good chance to win. These jerseys are fire. They should really switch to these full time. The Memphis jerseys normally are not great, in my opinion. Outside. And we'll get a, deflection there. So, as we talk about, look, it's looking like Memphis, they got 16-point lead. If anyone saw Ja's dunk earlier, holy God, holy crap. But I'm doing some betting on the playoffs. I'll be going through that tomorrow. I did a survivor pool again for this, like I did for the NCAA tournament. I'll tell you who I took tomorrow in that as well. If any of you are doing a survivor pool, like Jaren Jackson throws it up and he got it. Jaren Jackson had a really nice quarter, 18-point game, 18-point lead for Memphis. And by the way, as long as Memphis holds on and wins this game, every matchup in the West is going to be a good matchup. I mean, OKC is going to beat Memphis, I think, but Memphis is not a walkover. They're not a walkover. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they played the Mavs, the OKC would just absolutely destroy it. But Memphis is not a walkover at all. They are a tough team. So I expect that to be a good series. I expect that to go, honestly, 6 games. I think OKC will win. I don't think it'll be in doubt, but I think it'll go 6 games inside, and Edey throws it down, and it's this 18-point lead for the Memphis Grizzlies, who have been in complete command this entire game, really since the jump. And the Mavs just don't have enough, let's be honest. Everyone who wanted Nico Harrison to have his moment here, it was never going to happen. They don't have enough. They beat the Kings, who are basically halfway out the door. They had 1 foot out the door and 1 foot in. It's an 18-point game at the end of the third. So, listen. It's an 18-point lead for the Mavs. So, listen. I think when you look at these playoffs, and I'm going to throw some bets. You know what? Let's do some bets together right now, shall we? Let's do some bets together right now. Turn this down a little bit. Let's do some bets together now for tomorrow's game, shall we? Let's see what we got. All right. So so let's pull up some bets here for you, okay? It really hurt my back working out. I got a knot. You know when you get that knot when you lift and when you're benching and stuff, and then you get that knot in your back, it's just brutal. It's been killing me all day. I've been like, man, I've been struggling all day. All right, so let's get some bets in for tomorrow's games. If you guys want to help me out here and tell me what you think, give me your opinions on who I should bet on and what I should do, I will listen. So I appreciate you, chat. Give me whatever advice you have. So we're doing NBA bets tomorrow. So what games we got? Let's do a combo of just tomorrow's games, and then we'll do a combo of tomorrow and Sunday. So tomorrow you got the Bucks and the Pacers. You got the Clippers and the Nuggets. You got the Pistons and the Knicks, obviously. And you got the Timberwolves and the Lakers. What a slate tomorrow. So who should we take? Let's see. The Bucks Pacers. I think I like Indiana -5.5 in game 1. I think that's going to be a tough series though. The Bucks have won 8 in a row now, right? They're going to get Dame back. I know he's probably not going to be back till game 3. But that's a 5.5-point spread. It's very interesting. I'm going to live bet Dallas actually +17.5. Should I do that? Let's live bet Dallas +17.5. I just did. So I'll live bet Dallas +17.5. We'll see how that works out for me. They're down 18. I think they cover the spread. I think they're going to lose, but I think they cover the spread when the Grizzlies call off the dogs in the fourth quarter. So I like the Clippers +2.5 game 1 for sure. I think I like Indiana -5.5 game 1. The Knicks is tough. I like the Lakers -4. And I'm just going to take I'm going to take the Knicks. I'm going to take the Knicks on the money line, I think. Did I recover from the Duke loss? Barely, bro. That was brutal. If Duke, I had so much money on the line there too. If Duke had won that game and beaten Florida in the final, which I think would have happened, I would have won. Let's just say I would have won. I would have won. I'll tell you now, since I didn't win it, I would have won $100K. Now I was going to split it with my brother, so it would have been 50, but that's still a lot. That's a lot. So I was looking at $100K, 50 a piece with me and my bro if Duke had beaten Florida in the final. So yeah, it took me a little bit. I was struggling. I didn't go on live for a couple of days, right? I was recovering. I slept in a couple mornings. You know how it is, E. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know, I couldn't believe it. I had everything so perfect. You know, when you get lucky like that, you get the 4-1 seeds, you get the teams that you want at the end. Duke has the game in the bag and they just throw it in the toilet. It's like it doesn't get worse than that. It really doesn't. And when you know how much money you got on the line, oh. But I've recovered now. I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be back on. Oh yeah, for sure. They definitely would have beat Florida, no question. Now Florida's a good team, obviously, but Duke was the best team. We know that. I think you would even admit that. I'm not a Duke fan. I don't particularly like Duke, but they were the best team in the tournament. I don't think that was a question. And they gave that game away with both hands. What a move there. Desmond Bane, but little razzle-dazzle. Grizzlies up 17. I live bet the Mavs plus 17.5. You won 5K on the Houston game. Good for you. On the Houston-Duke game, you're saying? You had 5K on the Houston-Duke game? Clay for 3. Got it. Grizzlies down 4. Grizzlies up 14 now. Up 14. So what do you think, E? What do you think I should do here with this bet tomorrow? Right now, I'm leaning towards Pacers. I'm going to do a parlay. Do a 14 parlay. It's Tyus Jones hits a 3. Or Scottie Pippen, excuse me. Scottie Pippen. Tyus Jones on the team. Brandon Williams came through for me. Did he? What did he do for you? Little post. You got a little bet on Brandon Williams? Yeah, what's up? No, I cannot. Pretty sure. E, what do you think I should do to and Brandon and Lil Post, you too? You could tell me what you think too. What do you think I should do tomorrow with these bets? I'm gonna do a 14 parlay tomorrow, and I'm gonna do an 8-teamer overall just to fuck around and have fun. I'm thinking right now, Pacers minus 5.5. Oh, nice. I'm gonna do Pacers minus 5.5. Pippen another 3, missed that one. Pacers minus 5.5. Clippers plus 2.5. Knicks on the money line, and Lakers minus 4. How do we feel like that for all game ones? Do we like that for the game ones? Do we have confidence the Knicks are going to win game 1? What do we think? And do we like those? Because that's what I'm leaning towards. That's what I'm leaning towards. Put a nice hundo spot on there, right? Let's see what we got. How do we feel about that, guys? How do we feel? That's the bet I'm going to make. Knicks money line, because I don't have confidence in the covering the 7. I just don't. By the way, the Grizzlies are up 15 here with 9:25 left in the 4th. Brandon Williams just grabbed Scottie Pippen Jr. I couldn't tell you money line spreads are hard during the playoffs. Lakers come out strong. I agree. That's why I have the Lakers minus 4. I think the Lakers will win game 1. And then for my 4-team thing, I'll just do all money lines for the 8-teamer because it's too risky. Clippers, Pacers, Knicks, Lakers. Celtics, Cavs. I think Warriors steal game 1. So there's 7, right? Because we don't know the Thunder yet, because the Thunder are going to play Memphis. So that's 7-pick parlay. If I do 100, it's not that much because it's obviously with all money lines. But I'm going to do it. All money lines. Money line. How do we feel? Warriors in 6 or 7. Low post, I got Warriors in 6 or 7 as well. I think they'll probably win in 6, to be honest with you. This is what I think is going to happen in Warriors Rockets, and I'll tell you right now. All right. And Ja just hit a beautiful floater. I think the Warriors are going to go. Babe, we can't see you walking in there. Okay. Well, I'm just telling you. The Warriors are going to split the first 2. They're going to split the next 2. And then they're going to win game 5 and game 6. How's that? Jimmy going for 35 plus. Listen, playoff Jimmy, right? Mavs now down 16. So that plus 17.5 is going to be interesting. I bet that live. A little live bet of plus 17.5 for everyone out there. And I got a couple parlays, one tomorrow. We'll see how those games go. Going to be fun, the playoffs tomorrow. Going to be fun. Looking forward to these West series. A lot of really good series in the West. Anthony Davis' second free throw is up and good. It's a 15-point game as I watched the live bet to see if I could get this live bet of plus 17.5 for the Mavericks. Desmond Bane in the front court kicks it over to Edey. Bane loads up a jumper, bricked it, rebound Anthony Davis, and he's fouled. That'll go the other way, a little over the back on Edey there. I agree, Jimmy, going for 25 plus, 35 plus. Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. Edey's not happy with the call. He is not happy with the call. And they gave him a technical, it looks like, too. They did. So Zach Edey with a T and a foul. These Grizzlies jerseys are so clean. Just super clean. What's up, chat? Appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. We'll get you through this Memphis-Dallas game. And then we'll be back tomorrow. We got you live every single day from here through the NBA playoffs. And on top of that, we're on YouTube as well, live right now. So for those of you who want to go to YouTube, we're on YouTube Live. We're going to have a special draft live show. Live on Twitch, live on YouTube, live on TikTok. We're going to do the whole thing. It's going to be epic. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be crazy. Mavs down by 16, I believe. So drop your takes in the chat. Here's what I think, right? Check with my friend here. He's going to the Knick game. I'm going to the Knick game 1 tomorrow, by the way, for those of you who are wondering if you're by the Garden, if you're there and you want to say hello, I'll be there. I will be there. So here we rocking on. Appreciate you, chat. So listen, I'm going to give you a little quick predictions on these series while we're here. We're going to get you through the rest of this game, but it's commercial right now, and this game looks to be in hand. I think that let's start Thunder Grizzlies. I'm going to take the Grizzlies winning this game. I say Thunder in 6. Now, I think the Thunder will never be in doubt in that series. I think they're the best team. I think they're going to the finals. I'd be shocked if they didn't. I think they're the best team in the West by far. I don't care the Lakers beat them down the stretch. I don't care this other team beat them. I think the Thunder are the best team by far, and I think they're going to the finals this year. Last year, I thought they were too young. This year, I think they're ready. So I expect the Thunder in the finals, but I think the Thunder will have trouble with Memphis. Memphis matches up decently against them. And Memphis is a good basketball team. You know, don't get confused by this play-in situation that Memphis is in. Memphis won 48 games this year, and that was without Ja for 15 of them. Jaren Jackson missed 10 games. You know, they're a good basketball team. They could have easily been a 4 seed or a 3 seed. You know, you could throw a blanket over the whole West. Those teams are so close together. The 8 seed and the 2 seed are very similar. So don't take that first-round matchup for granted. I think OKC wins, but I think they win in 6. That's my opinion. So that's what I think of OKC and Memphis. I think it'll be a tough series for OKC, but I think OKC wins in 6, but it will be a tough series. That's not going to be an easy series. Warriors, Rockets. I expect that to be 6 as well, except I expect the upset, if you want to call it an upset. I think the Rockets might even be favored. The Warriors might be favored. I expect Warriors in 6. The Rockets, to me, this year are what the Thunder were last year. Young, talented, inexperienced, and not ready. And I think next year, and they also don't have that dog. They don't have that alpha. They don't have that dog. They don't have that alpha, that number 1, that Batman. Right? So I think with that said, if Mavs win, you get 1.3K tonight, you mean? Chris, you ain't getting it. I hate to tell you. Let me be the first to break it to you. You ain't getting it. All right? You ain't getting it. I love you. I hope you win. I'm rooting for you, but you ain't getting it. You ain't getting it. Clay missed the free throw, missed the technical. Of course he did. By the way, I got Mavs plus 17.5 on a live bet. You're praying for an AD takeover? I would not expect that to happen. I would not expect that to happen. So, Warriors, I think, will win in 6 over the Rockets. The Rockets are a really talented team, and I think once they trade for Durant or Booker or whoever they're going to get in the offseason to put with that mix of guys, I think that's going to take them to the next level. They're not ready right now. They are not there yet. Ja to the rim, Ja with a little fadeaway, and he missed it. Rebound, PJ Washington. And so I think the Warriors will win that in 6, and I think that will be a great series as well. Lakers, Timberwolves. That I've gone back and forth, and I've changed my mind on that. I had an upset, and I picked Minnesota in 7 originally. I'm going Lakers in 7 now. I'm switching it up. Anthony Davis for 3, way off. And he's injured. He hobbled toward the bench after he missed it. So Anthony Davis is banged up again. What else is new? The sky is blue, and Anthony Davis got injured. And what do? They've panned immediately to Nico Harrison in the crowd. That is a classic ESPN move. As Davis holds his knee, trainer working on it, and immediately they pan right to Nico Harrison. Well done, ESPN. Well done. ESPN loves to, throw shade. You know what I mean? Shadily, they love to, do that. Bane hits a 3. It's an 18-point game with under 8 minutes to go. So, we'll see if Memphis can close this thing out. Looks like they will. Under 8 minutes to go here. Max Christie off a screen. Christie, wow, he just threw the ball 10 rows into the stands. Not sure where that was going. Wow. So I expect the Lakers over the Wolves in 7. I originally picked the T-Wolves. I switched my pick. I think the Lakers are going to be too much, and I don't like the fact that the Lakers can go with 5 small with Hachimura and Finney-Smith at the 4 and the 5 and take Gobert and Conley off the floor. I think that's going to be an issue for Minnesota. So I think the Lakers will win at 7. I think it'll be a tough series, mainly because Anthony Edwards. Another bucket for Bane. 20-point game now. That plus 17.5 live bet not looking as good. Say hello to the lady out there. To the missus.
I thought I wasn't in the shot.
You're in the shot. I told you you're in the shot. Appreciate you, chat. As they're wrapping Anthony Davis's calf now. Oh, Anthony Davis. What a great player. Just the greatest nickname of all time, Anthony Data Davis. Who's always hurt. Unfortunately, because he's a great player. We'll see if Dallas can cut into this lead a little bit. Lively with the ball, kicks it out. There's a 3 for Christie. Got it. So it's a 17-point game again, and the plus 17.5 live bet is teetering on the brink. But I expect the Lakers to win in 7. I ultimately, Luka, LeBron, I think they're going to outlast the Wolves, who I think are going to be a bad matchup. I think they're going to be a bad matchup for the Lakers. And
I got to go backwards, babe.
And that's out of bounds. And I think, too, the key is going to be Julius Randle if the Wolves won't have a chance. That's going to be the key to the series. So I appreciate you, chat. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. In Clippers, Nuggets. I got the Clippers. And I'll tell you why. I originally had the Nuggets in this series, too, and after thinking about it, I've changed my mind. I don't like the fact that Nuggets fired their coach that late in the season. I don't like the fact that this guy's a new coach and he's going to have to, he had 3 real games of basketball to get ready for these playoffs. And you're playing, as long as Kawhi is healthy, I'm going off the fact that Kawhi is healthy. The Clippers have been playing great basketball. They owe the Nuggets for all the years of pain. The Nuggets have owned them for years. They owe them. I think the Clippers are the better team right now. The Nuggets just have the best player, which always will give you a chance. But I'm going with the Clippers in 6. So in the West, you got threw it away. He throws it right back to him. PJ Washington outside. Brandon Williams, pump fake. Lines up a tray. Missed it. Still 17-point game. You got well, they got lucky on that. Bane lost it, and they call a foul. That's not a foul. I got Thunder in 6 over Memphis. Warriors in 6 over Houston. Lakers in 7 over the Wolves, and Clippers in 6 over the Nuggets. That's my West. In the East, I got Cavs, Heat. I think the Heat will win a game. The Heat are tough. They play good defense, and they have a great coach. As Jaren Jackson tries to go inside, flips up the left-hander, and in and out. That's Dallas ball. I'm going to go Cavs in 5. I think the Heat get a game because they're tough, and they're a championship caliber team, and they're winning. They're winners, and they have a great coach. But I think the Cavs roll in that series, win 5. Celtics Magic. Celtics in 5 as well. Only because the Celtics will mess around and lose a game because they didn't try. Otherwise, I would say a sweep. So it's a gentleman's sweep. I think the Celtics in 5. I don't think that the Magic will beat them 3 out of 4 this year, by the way. I don't think they have enough towards the end of the season. No Jalen Suggs as Anthony Davis checks back in now. Go figure. I don't think they have enough. And I don't like the way some of the other guys are playing right now. I think Paolo can win him a game. But I think that's what you're looking at. So 5 for Cleveland, 5 for Boston. Knicks, Pistons. A lot of people like Detroit this series. Well, I'm going to tell you this right now. I think it's going to be a very tough series for the Knicks. Very tough. Detroit matched up well. But the problem with the playoffs is Anthony Davis lines up a jumper and hits it. 15-point game. When you don't have that second bona fide score. Yeah, I know. Chris, it's crazy, right? Like, you say AD takeover, and then he gets hurt 2 seconds later. I mean, the guy just always hurt. It's just all there is to it. When you don't have the second score in the playoffs, it's hard to win series. And I think that's going to be the issue for Detroit in this series, as Ja throws it up to Edey for a dunk. They don't have that second guy to Cade that could get you 20. And unless Schroeder's done this in tournament play, he's been great in that. If he can become that, maybe it'd be different, but I don't see that happening. 19-point game as Jaren Jackson, a little showtime off the glass. Well, I got winning the finals. Chris, it's interesting. I think OKC is the best team in the West for sure. But I got Boston over OKC in the final. I got Boston over OKC. So, with that said, I think the Knicks win in 6. I think the Detroit will get a game out of the first 4. And I think they'll win probably 2 games. I think they're going to play them tough. The Knicks could win in 5 too. But I'm going with 6. I think they'll win game 6 on the road in Detroit. And then the Pacers Bucks. Going to be a good series. Toss-up series, another one. No Dame until game 3 probably. How much Dame will you get with the blood clot recovery? Will he be all systems go? Is he going to be under restriction? That's the question. Because of that, I'm going Indiana. And I'm going Indiana in 7. So I got Cavs in 5. And Indiana's playing well. Boston Celtics in 5. Knicks in 6. And Pacers in 7. So I appreciate you, chat. Those are my picks for the NBA playoffs. Was going to take you through the rest of this Memphis game, but this game looks to be cooked. Memphis up 18 or 19 right now with under 5 to go. That game is over. Memphis will be moving on to the playoffs, and that will make it a great Western Conference playoffs. Because even Memphis OKC is going to be a great series. And Ja looked healthy tonight, by the way, from his ankle. That's big news for them. They'll get a few days off to get him right. So I appreciate you, chat. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be live for see what game's first tomorrow. Going to the Knick game at 6. Tomorrow we got Bucks Pacers at 1. We'll be live for some of that. Clippers Nuggets at 3:30. I will not be live for that. I'll be out getting ready for the Knick game. You're a Heat fan, Ansico? Nice. Well, I think the Heat are going to get a game against the Cavs, and then that's going to be it. And Nas, I think the Heat can win a game because they're a battle-tested championship caliber team. What's up, Owen? How we doing, brother? Good to see you, bro. Nas, here's what I would say about that. And I think you're going to agree with me on this, okay? Because I'm going to change your mind that it's the owner's fault. Okay, Nas? And you're going to tell me if you agree with this. Did the owner sign off on the trade? Yes. Does he have to take responsibility for that? Yes. No question. But he's a new owner. He's not a big basketball guy, as we know. It is the worst trade of all time. Ethan, it is. It's going to be. It's going to go down as the worst trade of all time. It's not even a question. But you can tell me why you think it's not. That's fine. Nico Harrison's the GM. He came to the owner with the trade idea in the first place. Right? Ethan, I'm going to explain why that's not the worst trade, by the way. I'm going to tell you right now. He came with the trade to the owner in the first place. The owner just signed off on it. So it's to me, Nico Harrison is the guy who came up with it, facilitated it, and then got the owner to sign off. So both hold responsibility, but to me, it's on Nico Harrison because that's his trade. That was his trade. That was the trade that he wanted. That's the one that he came up with and the one that he negotiated with Rob Pelinka of the Lakers. You understand what I'm saying, Nas? So I think you got to go with him as the most blame, and then you give the owner a little blame too for signing off, which he shouldn't have done. But it's on Nico Harrison. And Ethan, the reason, no problem, Nas. And I got you with the owner. He deserves blame. There's not even a question. So I agree with you on that. But I got to go Nico first. In terms of the trade with this trade's worse than the OKC Clippers. I'm going to tell you why right now. No, I get it, Ethan. I know what they gave up. I know it. But here's the difference. When the Clippers made the trade, it looked like a good trade to anyone who would watch that, right? Because the Clippers were not getting Kawhi unless they got Paul George in that trade. Kawhi wasn't going to sign there. He was only signing there contingent that they got Paul George. And they didn't know those two guys were going to get injured the whole time they were there. They thought they had a window to win a championship, which if they were healthy, they probably would have had a good chance to win one or at least be in a final, especially the first couple of years, right? So they didn't know those two guys were going to get hurt, and they needed to get Paul George to get Kawhi. They also didn't know, even though they thought Shea was going to be good, I don't think they thought he was going to be this good, and you didn't know what picks were going to come from that. So I have to say, going in blind on that trade, there's no way that they would have gotten Kawhi without Paul George, number one, and they didn't know how good Shea was at that time. So to me, that's not the worst trade. The worst trade is this, that you already know. You trade a guy who's a 25-year-old generational superstar you already know is a star. He just took you to the finals the year before. He sells jerseys left and right. He's the reason people come to the arena. So even if you don't win a championship, you have fans coming for the next 10 years that you're selling out your games. And you trade him for pennies on the dollar. That's the problem. If they had traded him and gotten 4 firsts from the Lakers, Anthony Davis, and Austin Reeves, you would have said, all right, they got a good haul for him. I wouldn't have traded him, but they got a lot back. But when you trade your 25-year-old generational superstar who just got to the finals the year before, and you get pennies on the dollar, you get an older Anthony Davis who's in his 30s and he's always hurt. You get 1 first-round pick, and you don't even get Austin Reeves? There's no trade worse than that. I'm sorry. There just isn't. There's no trade worse than that. And that's the reason. Because the Clippers trade, the trade at the beginning was not that you as the GM, they made that trade not understanding. Yeah, me too, Nas. Absurd. They didn't get Austin. Absurd. Beyond absurd. Brandon Williams goes in for 2. It's a 19-point game. Why is this significant to all you on here that don't care that it's a 19-point game for Memphis? I bet Dallas plus 17.5 on the live bet. So they're losing by 19. So I need them to cover this spread. I'd love Memphis to just get their starters out of this game. This game's over with. Jaren Jackson inside on Caleb Martin. Another bad trade for Nico, by the way. Jaren Jackson bricks it. Rebound by Gafford. Let's go. Let's push. Caleb Martin. Caleb Martin to the rim. Throws it up. Gets fouled. He'll go to the line. Looks like he hurt his ankle. Or his hamstring or something. OKC in 6, says Brian. I agree, Brian. Good call. Don't forget to like and follow the chat. I appreciate you, chat. Brian, I think that's going to be a tough series. Memphis and OKC is going to be a battle them out, tough series. OKC is going to win because they have the best team. But Memphis is not a playing team. That's a legitimate playoff team. All those teams finished with basically the same record. They could have been a 3 seed as much as they could have been the 8 seed. So I like OKC, but that's going to be a heck of a game. Heck of a game. Should we call our friend Griff here and see what he thinks about this Knick game tomorrow? Let's get him on real quick. Let's see if he picks up. He probably won't. It's a Friday night. He's out. What's up?
What up, bro?
So I'm on a live stream right now. So I said, are you busy?
No, I'm chilling.
You're chilling? All right. I said, I don't know if he's going to pick up. It's a Friday night. He likes to go out on Friday nights, but he's up.
Yeah, bro.
We got,
I just.
go ahead.
What up? No, you tell me what up.
So we got my friend Griff here, has a big company coming called The Program. Check it out. Go look it up online. It's going to be the next big thing in New York. Youth basketball back in New York. Huge investors. This is going to be the thing. Big gym coming in Brooklyn. So if you hoop or you like hoops, you got to know about this. So go check it out. You're making moves. So he's also very plugged in with the Knicks, some other guys in the NBA. So I just want to know, what he thinks about this series, the Knicks-Pistons series specifically, and who does he have in the finals on both sides?
I think we get it done in 6.
Knicks in 6. I agree.
6.
That's what I picked as well.
I think they're going to be tough, and I think New Yorkers don't want to hear this, but I think they might have on any given night the best player in the series.
In Cade.
I think Cade is doing things that, because he's in a small market, I don't think enough people are really realizing what he's doing.
Yep.
But he's a problem, bro.
He's a problem.
He's a problem. But I think that it's really tough to go into the Garden, and I think they got a lot of guys that it's their first time in an environment like this.
Yep.
And I think that there's a little bit of like adjustment to that, a little bit of happy to be here, and a little bit of like the Garden playoff time is just a different beast.
Yep.
So, and I think our role players are substantially more experienced and better than their role players. I think we're going to get it done in 6.
I agree with you.
I think it's going to be closer than people think every game.
Yep.
I don't think there's going to be a lot of double-digit games in this series, but I think we're going to get it done. I think we have more closers than they do and more experienced and better role players than they do.
Totally agree. I have the exact same pick as you, and the reason I think is partially because what you said. Can we get Ja to this game so I can get Dallas plus 17.5 live bet here? Can we get this?
Crazy,
So I think two things.
That game was happening, bro. I would have crushed the Grizzlies on that.
Yeah, you had to. There's no way Dallas is winning. But once they were down 19, I was like, they can lose by 16, 15.
What do we got? Tell me. I need to hear the Knicks will be good. We're gonna win game 1 at home tomorrow.
I agree. I think and by the way, here's what I think. I want to say one more thing.
OG to have 15 plus.
OG to have 15 plus for you bettors out there, and at least 2 threes. Deuce
is gonna have 10 and at least 1 3.
Deuce is gonna have 10 and at least 1 3. Okay.
I think the role players are gonna step up for us tomorrow.
I agree with you. And by the way,
I need to hear your take on the other games.
I'm gonna give you a take on the other games. I want to say one thing about the Knicks. I think you're right. They're gonna win in 6 for 2 reasons. Number one, I don't expect Detroit to have a great home court in the series either.
Yeah.
I think the Knicks fans are gonna be in the building, as they say.
Yeah, but
in Detroit.
They tried to fuck all that up.
Yeah, well, then it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Knicks fans are gonna figure it out. Not gonna work.
That flight is literally 37 minutes in air.
It
Very
is.
easy to get there.
It is. And hey, listen, the Knicks fans are gonna be in the building. So that's number one. And number two, you know this as well as anyone. The regular season is not like the playoffs. And what do you need in the playoffs? You need two, not one bona fide all-star scorers, shot makers. And when you don't have that second shot maker in the playoffs, when they're not calling as many fouls, you're going to get these coaches have a chance to prepare for you 7 games or however many it is. You need that second guy that could go for 20 to 25, and I just don't think the Pistons have that consistently. So that's why I'm taking the Knicks. Right? So here's my quick picks for the other games, and then we'll get you out of here. All right? So I'm going to go through. You want me to go East or West first?
I want you to go Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday. Okay. I already did a huge parlay on Saturday and a whole huge parlay on both days, by the way. I did.
Okay,
So,
you're the plug.
all right. So here's I'll give you my parlays first, and then I'll tell you who I think is going to win the series. All right. My parlay on Saturday, I have Clippers plus 2.5.
But let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Why plus 2.5 and not plus and not money line? Just in case there's a buzzer beater.
Yeah, or they lose by 1 or 2. I mean, I'm just covering myself just on that. Listen, it's a parlay anyway. So I want to give myself as much, So I have Clippers plus 2.5, Pacers minus 5.5.
Okay.
Lakers minus 4.
Okay.
And Knicks money line.
Okay.
Because I'm not confident the Knicks win by 7 more than 7. So I took the money line. I think they'll win, but I don't think they're winning by more than 7. So I took the mixed money. So that's my parlay for tomorrow.
I like it.
And then my 7-teamer is all money lines. My 7-teamer is all money lines. 60 to win 1,000. Pacers money line, Clippers money line, Knicks money line, Lakers money line, Celtics money line, Cavs money line, Warriors money line. That's my 7.
60 to win 1,000. That sounds like a good value.
And all money line.
There's nothing in there that's that crazy.
No. 60 to win 1,000, and then the other one, the 4 pick is 109 to win 1,000.
Plus money is Clippers in that, right?
Correct. That's the only one that's plus money. Everyone else is minus, including the Celtics, who are minus 1,000. So, it's a 19-point game. This game, they got to win by 17. I got to get a bucket here. I got to get a bucket.
You're rocking with the Clips tomorrow.
I'm rocking with the Clips.
Clips Nuggets series to me is the best series.
It's a great series. So I'll give you my picks real quick, and then you can tell me. So I'll give you out west first. So out west, I got Thunder. Oh, you got to hit the 3. I got Thunder over Grizzlies, but I think that's going to be a tougher series than people think. The Grizzlies are not a playing team. That's a real legitimate playoff team.
Yeah, no, they're good. They're one or 2 tough breaks away from being a 5 seed.
Exactly, or a 3 seed, even.
Yeah, 3 seed.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
So close.
you could throw a blanket over the whole West.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really except for OKC, really. So I expect Gafford on the dunk, 17-point game, 45 seconds to go on the plus 17.5 betting line if you guys are out there rooting for me. So I think this tough series. I think OKC is going to win. I never think you're going to think they're going to lose the series, but I think Memphis gets 2 games. I have OKC in 6.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I got Warriors over Rockets in 6 as well. The Rockets to me are what the Thunder were last year, young, talented, but not ready.
Yeah.
And on top of that,
you gotta look at those odds. The whole country is fading the Rockets.
They are.
There might be some value there. I'm with you because I still think Steph is the best player.
I think the Rockets win. I think the you know why too? What do we just say about the as Najee Marshall goes in and gets fouled? So what do we say about the Pistons? They don't have that second score, right?
Yeah.
Well, the Rockets don't really have that first score.
They don't have a first score, bro.
So in the playoffs, you're playing Steph and Jimmy.
Yeah, they're gonna get it done.
I think they get it done in a tough series. I think that's going to be a drag them out. Every game's close, but I think the Warriors win in 6. I do.
Yeah.
So I got the Warriors in 6 there. Lakers, Wolves. I went back and forth on this a few times. I thought that I was trying to pick the Wolves as an upset, but the problem for me is the Lakers are going to play a lot of matchups where they have Finney-Smith and Hachimura at playing the 4 and 5, which means they're going to play both Gobert and Conley off the floor. And then they're going to play those guys off the floor, and then I think the Wolves are going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I think Lakers in 7 ultimately. That's what I have.
Yeah.
So I have Lakers in 7.
What's the final call on Clips against Nuggets?
The final call on Clips Nuggets, I got Clippers in 6. I got Clippers in 6. As long as Kawhi stays healthy. As long as Kawhi who's made of we know Kawhi is made of glass. But as long as he stays healthy.
He's been fucking hooping though, bro, the last 2 months.
He's been hooping.
No one's talking about it.
He's been going crazy.
27, 8 and at 51% clip.
Yo, he's been going crazy.
No one's talking about it. And James is having a good season, and then plus minus Zubac might be the most underrated player in the NBA. And you have Norman Powell giving you 22, 23. Like, they're tough, bro.
They're tough.
No one's talking about them. But you got arguably the best player in the world.
Yes, and that's the reason you pick the Nuggets. I just think, for me, the Nuggets, here's my issue with them.
It's going to be a great series.
Great series. Here's my issue with them. A, I think defensively they're going to struggle.
Right.
B, I think that the coaching is an issue. This guy's had 3 games to coach. And now he's preparing for the playoffs after getting 3 games in. Against the Clippers, who are going to be very well prepared, who have a lot of bona fide scores, and Harden's had a good year too, by the way. We don't give him a lot of credit. Great year. So I just think the Clippers, I like them with Powell as their third scorer, with the way their guys have been playing, and with the Nuggets coaching situation and the Nuggets defense. I think that the Clippers will win. Now, Jokic obviously is the X factor. He's the best player in the world, and by a lot. By the way, I won the live bet. Mavs lost by 14. That's a cool 50 spot. Cool 50. By the way, for you guys out there who are listening, live betting is the biggest cheat code in the game. Biggest cheat code in the game. Because what I always do is, when I think a team's going to win, right? If I think they're going to win, they go down big early. I just live bet them like +8. Yeah. And they come back and win by 10. It's like the biggest cheat code. So that's what I think. I think them, Clippers in 6. In the East, I think Cavs in 5 over the Heat. I think the Heat get a game just because they're well coached and they're tough. I think Celtics in 5 over the Magic just because the Celtics will not try in one game and give the Magic the game. I think the Knicks in 6, like you said, for the reasons that we discussed. And Pacers, Bucks, I have Pacers in 7. I think Dame comes back game 3. I think Giannis is going to play great. That's what they're saying. Yeah, he got cleared. He's going to be back game 3. So now I don't know what Dame you're going to get, which is why I'm not picking the Bucks, because I don't know that is he going to be restricted? Is he going to be, he hasn't played. Is he going to be playing 40 minutes? I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? Bobby, I know you think Giannis, Jokic are 1A, 1B. That's great. They might be. Jokic is the best player in the world by a lot right now. He averaged a triple-double this year. Okay? Let's get it together over there, Bobby. I love you, Bobby. And I love Giannis. Amazing year, and he's one of the best players in the world, but I think Jokic is better. But with that said, so I think the Pacers will win in 7 just because I just think Dame is the uncertainty there. Yeah. And they have home court, and they have a great home court. I'm going with – you're right, he does play zero defense. You're right.
I'm calling like a Giannis 45, 17 to 10 tomorrow. I don't know if they'll win it or
that's fair. That's fair.
I feel like in game 1 he's going to give everything he
That's fair.
has.
That's fair. I agree. Yeah. That's fair.
Again, I don't know if they'll win it or lose it, but I think Giannis is going to fucking stuff the stat sheet tomorrow, bro.
I think so. I can't disagree with you.
Everything you have in game 1, because if you steal game 1,
no, that's the big one.
You have the hope of Dame coming back.
That's huge. That's a different thing. So let me ask you this before we get you out of here. What's your finals?
Man, bro, I hate to go with chalk. But to me, the Celtics are the greatest team I've seen. I'm not going to say in years, but in some time.
Yep.
And I just think, it's not about Tatum and JB. It's it's not even about
the depth.
Holiday and Derek White. It's dude, Luke Cornett, fucking at every position in every moment. To me, the Celtics are elite, 1 through 9, and I just think I think they're the best team in the league by a landslide. So
yep.
I just don't see Cleveland. I see them getting at least 2 in that series.
Yep.
But I don't see them getting more than 2.
Yep.
And I think it's gonna be. I think the Celtics are gonna go. In the West, I hate to go with chalk, but I think there's something to be said for the fact that OKC is 7, 8, 9 games better than anybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the West, they're really good.
I agree with you. I agree.
I don't know, that home court advantage is going to be real. That's a great arena to play big games in. And I think, if the only wrinkle I would say is I still think Steph Curry is when he's on, I still think he could be the best player in the world on the floor on any night, and I still think there's something about the competitiveness that Jimmy and Draymond can bring. And I think if they get Houston in round one, like, OKC's not going to want to see them.
So get ahead of steam type of thing?
Yeah, and so I think like the two dark horses I would have are them, and because I'm a homer and I love Kawhi and I love James.
Or the Clippers, I'm
curious to see how they do in round one. I think if they can beat Denver in the first round, you're basically beating a defending champion with the greatest player in the world.
Yep.
I think the confidence they would have in that round two, it'll be interesting to see how OKC handles that.
I agree with that.
So
I agree.
I think I hate to be chalk, but OKC against Boston, in my mind, Boston winning it all. But the Clippers and the Warriors are like the dark horse wrinkles to me, and I think in the East, I'm like fairly, very confident in Boston.
Me too. I agree with all that. I agree with all that. The one team I would throw in the West is potentially the Lakers, although I don't think the Lakers are going to get there, but I think they're dangerous too.
Yeah, they could be. I haven't seen enough recently. I don't know, but I don't know. To me, like.
But you know what the difference is, though. Too. The good thing for the Thunder is they don't have to play the Lakers or the Warriors till the conference finals.
Right.
So those two teams are playing each other in the second round if they both win.
They will get a 4-5. That's really interesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Listen, all their matchups are going to be tough. The Grizzlies are not going to be easy. That's going to be a tough series. Like the Grizzlies. Listen, think about this for a second. The Grizzlies were 48-34 this year. Ja missed like 10 to 15 games, and Jaren Jackson missed like 10 games.
Yeah.
So if they have those guys the whole season, you're talking about maybe a 52-53 win team this year, right?
Easily.
Right. So
that's one playoff series before.
Yes, that's been here before. That's been
But you need to have a true number one in this thing to go.
They got a 1 and a 2.
They have a number one that if he wants to play like a number one, he could be a number one in any series. And you got a number 2, and you really got a number 3.
You got 2 and 3, yes, you do. Because Bane's a great 2.
Their 2 could be the best 2 on any given series, and their 3 could be the best 3 for sure.
For sure.
So they're going to be tough, bro.
They're going to be tough. They're going to be tough.
So
I agree. And I have Boston over OKC as well. So I'm the same as you.
Boston over OKC with the slight wrinkle of let's see what happens with the Clips, and the Warriors are my dark horse.
Okay.
In the West.
That's fair. I like that. I like it. All right. So tomorrow.
Some halal food. I'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow, if you want to come meet me at the Ainsworth at 4:00, you're more than welcome to.
I definitely do, because we can lock in on that Clippers-Nuggets game.
Exactly.
And, I'm looking at 12D, and you'll be at 11D, so we'll figure it out.
All right, sounds good. Hit you tomorrow.
All right, my guy. Have a good night.
Peace. That was Griffin Taylor, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Griffin Taylor, my guy. Check him out. The program going to be one of the biggest basketball communities in New York. All right. Youth basketball back to New York. Huge investors in this thing. Carmelo Anthony's an investor. JJ Redick's an investor. He's going to have the whole city lit. He wants the kids to come out of the East Coast again, come out of New York. It's going to be great. He's building a gym in Brooklyn. Going to be epic. So if you're a hooper, you want to come, that's what you want to do. So that gym will be ready, I would say, by next summer. So stay tuned for that. But he's got the thing lit, and it's going to be crazy. So appreciate you, chat. Appreciate it. I won my live bet. Dallas plus 17.5. It's a nice 50 spot for me to start this week off. All right. Nice little live bet. Never hurt anyone. Let me throw it up on IG, actually. Show the people what we've won. Right? Show the people what we won. But I appreciate you, chat. I appreciate the love. We'll be back tomorrow on live for other games tomorrow. We'll be here every single day for the NBA playoffs, and we're going to have a great show for you on the NFL draft on Thursday. We're going to have this whole thing is going to be a different setup. We're going to be on YouTube. We're going to be on Twitch. We're going to be on TikTok. You name it. We're going to have visuals up there. We're going to have Gamecasts. We're going to have you interacting on the chat on YouTube. It's going to be a totally different setup. So stay tuned for that. We're just getting you warmed up here during the play-in. And as we get into the playoffs, we'll be here every single day. So I appreciate you, chat. Stay tuned. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Shot clock out. Do like Mamba out. Shot clock out.